Do you often find yourself working late into the evening or on the weekends because you just need to get caught up? And you're just thinking, if I can just get caught up, then it'll be better. And then I can get back to normal and it won't feel so stressed anymore if I just can only get caught up, right? Well, I hate to break it to you, but being caught up, it's a myth. And in this episode, we're going to dive into more about this and how we can, get ourselves out of this tyranny of feeling like we always have to be caught up before we can do anything that's actually enjoyable and that we want to do for ourselves. So stay tuned. Welcome to the Do More, Stress Less podcast. I'm your host, Alexis Hasselberger, a time management and productivity coach. In every episode, I give you actionable, practical tips to help you learn to use your time in a way that feels good to you every day. No more hustling, scrambling, or struggling to keep your head above water. So let's dive in, and soon enough, you'll be doing more and stressing less. How often do you tell yourself, I'll just work a little bit later and then I'll be caught up? Or I'll work this weekend and then I'll be caught up. But let me ask you, have you ever in your entire life been caught up in all areas of your life at the same time? My guess is no, right? Because here is the harsh truth. There is no such thing as caught up. So let's dive a little bit deeper into what caught up might mean. Caught up suggests that it's possible to be in a state where there is literally nothing left to do. No tasks, no emails, no laundry, no dishes, no to-dos, nothing. And if this state ever happened to me, well, perhaps I'd feel pretty blissful for, I don't know, about 2 seconds. But then I'd wonder where my ambition had gone. And quite frankly, I'd be worried because this doesn't actually sound like a very interesting life. If you're not making any choices, right? If you're not making trade-offs, then I'm going to argue that life starts to feel just a little bit meaningless, right? It's the fact that we have to choose one thing over another that allows us to feel as though we have agency in our lives and to feel confident in our choices and in how we spend that most precious resource that we have, time. In a world where you're caught up, what do you have to look forward to? And how long can you stay caught up, really? Look, yes, I get to inbox zero a couple of times a day, but I only stay there for about 5 minutes max before you're getting another email or I'm getting another email, right? It's elusive, it's fleeting. The emails, they just keep rolling in. The tasks, they just keep showing up. Unfortunately, there's no pause button, right? So what can we do about this? If we are living in a world where caught up is not really something we can be, but we want to be in control of our time, how do we do that? Well, I think that what you really mean when you say caught up is that you want to feel in control, right? To be the one who runs your day instead of letting the day happen to you. To feel as if you have the knowledge and the power to make the decisions that are right for you in your life. And that's a feeling that I can get behind for sure. But let's not equate that with being caught up, because here's the thing about being caught up. You don't have any control over how many emails come your way, how many Slack messages show up, how much work gets put on your plate. And if you can't control it and the volume is simply too much, then it's not possible to be caught up, even for a fleeting moment. But that doesn't mean that we have to despair. Your locus of control is not around what comes up, because that's not something you can control, right? Your control lies in how you react, how you respond, how you choose, and how you move forward. And I think that is pretty freeing to understand. Because when you realize that you have agency, you're ready to learn and you're ready to change. When you realize that you have agency, you can learn how to prioritize in such a way that you know at the end of every day that the things you did were more important than the things you didn't do. And that allows you to feel confident in the choices that you made. You can learn to know the difference between the truly impactful stuff and, all of those squeaky wheels that are just trying to get your attention. You can learn to feel confident in all these trade offs that you're inevitably going to have to make every single day with your time, because that's life, right? If we have to make the trade offs, we want to feel good about it. You can learn how to be more efficient so that you can do more of the stuff that you want to do and that you have to do, and not have to make as many of the trade offs that we just talked about. You can learn how to communicate about your workload and your capacity with other people, with your colleagues and your boss, in a way that leaves you feeling good about the interaction and leaves them feeling confident in your abilities to get it done. I can teach you how to feel good about your time every day if you choose, right? It's up to you. You can keep listening. Keep listening to these podcasts. You can subscribe to the blog. You can learn from me, and I am here because I want to help you do this stuff. So the next time you catch yourself saying, I'll work a little bit later and then I'll be caught up, I want you to stop. I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to remember that you and we could both work 18 hours a day, every single day, for the rest of our entire lives, and there would still be more work to do. Being caught up is a myth, but feeling in control is very real and very achievable. And I can help you get there. And you're already taking the first step by listening to this right now. And that's a wrap on today's episode of the Do More, Stress Less podcast. If you found today's episode helpful, please share it with somebody who could use a little less stress in their life. And make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you're excited to take action or you need a little extra support, check out the free resources available on my website or schedule a free consultation call with me. You can do both of these at alexishasselberger.com. See you next time.